Well, hey everybody. My name's Martin Ballard. For those of you I haven't gotten a chance to get to know yet, I am the chief architect for modern work in our Microsoft Federal modern work solution area. I was hoping to come by and with my teammate John Scott and just share some news over in the Federal. Yeah, the reason I wanted to address your group is, you're located in DC, and I know that doesn't necessarily mean that everybody here, works in or around a government agency, whether it's federal or state, local government or municipal. But I know this is a great place to find people who know people who work, in and around. So I wanted to spread the word with, with folks like you first. Uh, we have in Microsoft Federal, we have, kind of created a string of learning events for, federal customers to come and learn hands-on, but one of the more exciting phases that we've been planning for and we are just kicking off now is kind of the community aspect. The point was to bring folks together, much like this meetup does, across the federal government so that they can, kind of, well, commiserate, but also, share the good work that they're doing, see how, see who else is having, the same challenges and issues and maybe, share solutions. And in the bargain, get folks like John Scott and Jamie to come by and share kind of some of the latest, greatest ways to attack those problems and share the solutions. The outcomes of that have been like tremendously rewarding. Folks have really enjoyed the connectedness that comes from the event, and so John and I were eager to provide some kind of place to put that energy and goodwill when it comes out. And so we are creating something that we call a Fed Makers community. Again, you don't have to flash a government, federal government employee card to be a part of the community. It really is for folks who honestly don't get quite the love that our commercial SKUs give. We know that y'all work extra hard to make things happen in GCC, GCC High, and our DoD clouds. So we wanted to be able to provide a place for you to come together when we're not having an event. We've done some things to broaden make more inclusive some of the like the tech communities. John's going to touch on that, but we're really hoping we're at the very beginnings of creating this community. We're just trying to make it a place where people can come and feel included, feel like the effort is put in for them. Because frankly, being on the receiving end, I can understand why folks might not feel that way. John put together a few slides that will kind of cover some of the details. So I'll hand it off to him. I've already been a little more verbose than I intended, but I do want to mention that there is a business application summit for anybody who is associated with federal agencies. I noticed in the group of the list of upcoming events, it wasn't mentioned, but on the 14th and 15th of March, Pi Day, on the day after. If you're interested in that, I know Jamie Willis Rose can tell you all about it. But I only mentioned it because I hope to see you folks there, for the folks who could benefit from it. John, do you want to wow him with your slideware? John, do you need any technical support? Yeah, I know a guy.
I might. I've actually never tried to present the teams from my PowerPoint before, so this might be good or bad. But like Martin was saying, one of the things that yes, he's showing the wrong screen. Anyway, one of the things that came out of these events that we're doing was the attendees saying, "Hey, can we get to a place where we can collaborate together?" Because if you ever try to use any of our government clouds, our support's not quite what it is for commercial. And there's we're like, oh, you should do it this way. Well, that hasn't come out yet, right? A lot of that comes from there, and they just get frustrated. So we really want to give a place for anybody in public sector using these clouds. So we have this community, and one of the interesting things is we actually got our first forum created. It's just focusing on gov clouds this year, 6 months ago. They've been out for almost a decade now. We finally got a forum for one of them. So if you work with them, take note of this URL. I'll drop it in the chat window.
And I am working to get a GCC focus for every single pillar in Power Platform. We got the Power Apps one done first, but the others are in the pipeline too.
Right. And as new ones come on, like Power Pages and all the new stuff we're creating, we're going to try to be on that immediately so you don't have to wait another decade. So that's a good one, and kind of just an overview of what we're doing, right? We just want a place where they can get together and collaborate, right? Because especially if you're in the government, you have the same common challenges, common problems. You got to deal with things with like PIV cards and CAT cards that most commercial places don't have to deal with, right? How do you do that with the certain compliances and ATOs and stuff like that? So this is a place that we can actually get them together and talking. And this is just like we got the community tenant that Jamie helped us out with, where they'll come in, they'll have a team, a SharePoint site to share some ideas. We're putting together a public website that will actually give you links to different repositories. I know that Jamie's team built a bunch of Power Apps that, scattered throughout GitHub are these just pockets of places that they can go to. We'll bring them all into what we're not going to be is we don't want to reinvent any wheels, right? So if someone wants to go to a user group in DC, we're going to push them your way. We're going to be like, hey, this is the place you want to go to. Matter of fact, Martin wasn't here for this. This is actually a what would you call a global user group now. There's people here. We're talking about doing DC, Ontario. So anybody who wants to do a virtual user group, we're gonna be like, hey, this is the place to go to, and just take them there, take them to the forums, and really, we just want to give them the space to collaborate and help facilitate that. And so if you do deal with any of the government clouds or know anybody who does, have them join the community. They can sign in or sign out, come in and check it out as much as they want to. I'll drop this in the window here. Maybe I can't, I'll drop it out afterwards.
I'll put it in there.
Yeah, this is where they can go and just sign up for it. They register, they'll get an email with their account information that they've been in, and we should be good. So any questions or anything that you guys have, any feedback or things you'd like to see?
Thank you. That's awesome. Feel free to connect with us on LinkedIn too if you want to follow up with any questions. I'm on LinkedIn, and please just reach out if you have any more questions about this. We hope to see you at the event. I did put a link in the chat to the BizApps Summit. Just fair warning, space is limited, and signing up on this form that I sent does not guarantee you a slot. So if you're not in the DC area, don't book any travel yet. Wait till you get a confirmation that you're going.